Well, I think the obvious thing is the number of seniors we lost last year and the number of starters that everybody seems to have questions about, and we did too. But I tell you, after going through a couple of weeks of practice, there's a lot of improvement out there. There's a lot of things that I'm pleased with. There's some things we still have to shore up, obviously, but this team will be, I think, better than most would think. And so I think a lot of the guys have a chip on their shoulder and are ready to prove the fact that this program's here to stay, and they're going to win some football games.
Questions for Coach?
You had several positions where you still had some competition going on. How are those competitions going? Has there been separation or clarification?
Yeah, and I'll start with the obvious one, and the one I figured you would ask first, quarterback. Cody Clements will be our starter, and don't know who the backup is right now. We're actually, with the scrimmage going tomorrow, we'll probably make a better determination at that point, but I know Cody's going to be the starter, and we still have three guys really fighting for that second, third spot, so we'll see about that. Our offensive line is starting to evolve. Don't know what the answers are yet, but we do have some guys stepping up. Curtis Williams is really looking good at the left tackle spot. He's really learning what he has to do and physically good enough to play the position. Darius Young is starting to look good at the guard position, left guard. So he's learning as well. And then, with the fact we got Selfo, and we've got Blankenship, we've got Chris May at the right side that we've been solid with. Noah Fisher's another guy that's really coming in and playing really well at the tackle spot. So we got some real competition. As long as we can get about 8 guys on the offensive line, I feel real good about it. That we can count on. We get 3 guards, 3 tackles, and 2 centers, then we're in good shape. So, and maybe some more will evolve after that, but we're close to getting there now. So I feel good about our offensive line. Receiver-wise, more depth than we've ever had. Not gonna go through all of them, but it's the most depth we've ever had by far. Bigger playmakers, tight end positions, very good. So I think we're starting to shore up things on offense with the fact the offensive line is starting to come together. Still have a couple issues there, but I think we can fix those. Defensively, I'll start back at safety. It's probably our strongest spot. We got some really good guys back there. Roman Buchanan and AC Carter and Devon Earl are all proven guys. They can play. The nickel spot with Jeremy Reeves. He's one of our best defensive players. Young player, being a sophomore. Cornerbacks probably been the most surprising thing. We were really concerned about corner early. E.J. May has really had a great camp, playing great technique. Margot Reed has played much better. Jalen Thompson's come in and played really good at the left cornerback spot as well. So we feel like we have 3 guys we can count on now there, and starting to even develop some more guys. Linebacker. When I'm going into the season is another concern because of who we lost. We've got a couple of good ones there. Blake Dees is a very good football player, very good. I think he's got a chance to be all-conference type guy, really do. At our money position, which is our will linebacker position, we've got a couple guys that have stood up there, and with Wiggins and we have transferring from UAB that's doing very well. Kalen Jackson, he's looking really good at that spot. So we feel good about that. Defensive line, without going through all of them, we're starting to find depth. If we can find at least a 2-deep rotation there, I feel like we can be a good football team. I don't know that we'll have the superstars that we've had in the Jerome McClain or Jesse Kelly, that type of guy, but we've got some guys that are pretty darn good, so we're starting to build some depth at this point.
Jerry, what did Cody show you in the first 8 or 9 days of camp here that sort of led you to feel like you could already say he's your starter? What impressed you about him so far?
Well, his presence and his leadership has always impressed me. Secondly, when he got on the field, the first couple of days, I don't want to say he was rusty, but he hadn't played since last fall. And so, not that we were ever concerned, we knew it would come along. About that 3rd day, 4th day, 5th day, you kind of knew he was going to be the guy. still didn't say anything, but he's continually improved in the last 2 weeks. And the thing about him, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He understands the system, and just has that calmness and awareness out there on the field that you need to have the quarterback position. And we got to fight for the number 2 spot, so we'll see how that pans out.
I know you felt like he was pretty close to being 100% coming into fall. See there any physical?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say he's 98%, meaning he just needs to keep rehabbing. You know, his shoulder will get a little sore at times. So there's nothing. He goes out and throws every day, so he's just got to constantly get rehab.
Coach, you mentioned Reeves. What's been most impressive about his development?
Well, number one, I think the fact that he got experience last year has helped him this year. He was on the field a good bit as a true freshman, and now his confidence level is high. You know, last year he was, to be honest with you, had wide eyes when he was playing because he's playing Division I football. The year before he was playing in high school, but now he's got a year experience under his belt, and he knows he can do it now. He's not guessing he can do it. He knows he can do it.
The offensive players talk about the faster tempo offense you're running. Can you talk a little bit about that the progression for that and what led you to try to step things up a little bit with
well,
that?
It's something that I've really been wanting to do the last couple of years, and just, whatever reason we didn't get that done. And so Coach Vincent and I talked about it, and he came up with a great way to run the system as fast as we can. And I think that's the key to our success. I think that if you look at, I don't care who the defense coordinator is, they do not like hurry-up offenses. So for the simple reason is they have to make decisions much more quickly. Their players have to make decisions much more quickly. They can line up sound against a team that's going so fast. So to me, it gives you an advantage. Why wouldn't you do it? So we're doing all we can every play to line up as fast as we can. There may be some situations where we slow it down some, but I'd say 95% of the time it's going to be a lot faster than it has been.
It's really where the game's heading, and the more and more people are doing it now than ever before. Is that just because defenses are you got so many great players on defenses on these teams now that they know what you're doing, you're dead.
Well, everybody's looking for a golden nugget. Everybody's looking for something that they can say, hey, we do this different than somebody else, and it's going to help us win. And so I think that the hurry-up offense is something that definitely will help any team win. I don't care if you're an I team that lines up under center, you can still run plays fast. And so you don't have to be in spread offense to do that.